Hi all, and welcome to YG Sports. My name is Brennan Toom. I'm joined here with my co-host Sam Gould as well as Dan Tarski and Sawyer Hill. This is our first ever broadcast on a new segment, Explicit Sports. With that, we have some things to debate, so let's get started. First off, Game 7 tomorrow night here in Boston. We're going to talk Celtics-Sixers. I want to hear who's going to win, why, and by how much. Let's get it started.
Dan says it on the gunshot.
Thank you. Yeah.
Well, Mr. Fuck. Celtics Sixers, we have a good matchup here going tomorrow. I have the Celtics winning 103-20 and 98 in a close one, you know? Oh, okay.
Is that it? That's all you got? Well, there's no disagreement on the Celtics because they're obviously going to win.
I agree.
But it's not going to be that high scoring of a game. I think you underestimate the Celtics a little bit.
Well,
I think you over-underestimate.
How much are the Celtics going to
They're not going to score 100 points. That's just not going to happen.
I just threw out a random number, to be honest with you. Because
you don't know anything about sports, right?
Alright, get into our first topic. Celtics play Game 7 tomorrow night. I think we're in agreement they're going to walk away with a victory. But then they have to play the Miami Heat, when it's a 3 in a row. They've looked unstoppable. Do the Celtics, the aging Celtics without Avery Bradley, have a real chance to beat the Heat?
Sawyer on the gunshot.
Of course the Celtics have a legitimate chance. They took 2 out of 4 in the regular season against the Heat. 3 out of 4. They took 3 out of 4 against the Heat in the regular season. Their last win was against depleted Heat team, depleted Celtics team. They played the rest of the whole game. They won by 10 points. In the game before that, they won by 20 points. So they match up great against the Heat. Match up great against them. But LeBron and Wade are on an absolute tear right now, averaging 33 points a game each, I believe, if I'm correct. 33, 32, respectively. And I don't know, an aging Celtics team, they're a little bit old.
Does it matter if Chris Bosh plays?
It does. That's a key factor too. But I don't think he's going to play. I don't think he's going to come back healthy for the next round. And I don't think that Wade and LeBron will be able to keep up their pace as of right now. Each averaging.
You think the
30 points.
Celtics would slow them down?
I think they
We're not
will.
supposed to talk.
Because they'll be able to key in on Dwayne, on Wade, and on LeBron, and they'll be able to go to their strengths. And Rondo was a huge strength. He played a huge factor in the regular season because they couldn't stop him because he put LeBron on Rondo. It doesn't work. And
Dan, go.
You're gay.
Well, I agree with many of those statements, which is shocking. It's a developing story. But I don't think Chris Bosh returns in the first 4 or 5 games. I think if we see a Game 6 or Game 7, he's going to fight the pain.
So you think this is going to 6 or 7?
He's going to, what?
You think this series is going to 6 or 7?
I didn't say that. I said if it goes to 6 or 7.
So if the Celtics make it to the next round, how long do you think it's going?
That's not the question we're determining.
No, but I'm asking you.
It's not a question. It's not a question I have to answer right now. All right, because I'm talking hypothetically.
Okay.
If there's a 6th or 7th game, Chris Bosh is going to come back. He has the matchups.
But no, he doesn't. KG matches up.
Why are you talking? All right, let me talk for a second here about the Heat fourth quarters. LeBron, if you're out there, LeBron, you are like a brother to me. You're a Negro, okay? You are the son.
There goes face.
You're the son of a woman that fucked a colleague player. She fucked him balls.
You're getting completely off topic.
No, let him talk.
I have a point here. LeBron, you need to learn to finish. You need to learn to finish games like Delonte West finishes on your mom's face. Okay?
Can we repeat that one more time?
You need to learn to finish games like Delonte West finishes on LeBron's mom's face.
Heat Celtics 7-game series. Who wins and how many games?
Celtics gonna take it in 6 games.
Do you agree?
6 games. 6
Do
games.
you agree with that?
Chris Bosh is gonna come back in Game 6, but he's gonna be irrelevant. He hasn't played. He's not gonna have that Cinderella Al Horford story, or maybe he will. He'll have a Yomo. You only make one, and he'll have some clutch free throws, and he'll miss. LeBron, listen to me. LeBron, you are Batman, and Dwayne Wade is Robin.
Ring the bell.
That's
Alright.
it.
Next topic, staying with the Miami Heat. If LeBron wins a ring this year, how many does LeBron need to have credit to go down as the greatest player of all time?
Dan on the gun.
The greatest player of all time. The GOAT. The goat cheese. The Wisconsin churner. The Filipino
All right, get off of it.
slugs.
How many?
How many
More word
rings?
Yeah.
How many rings does LeBron need to be the greatest of all time? Well, it's still early in his career. He's not. I don't believe LeBron's hit his prime yet. He's nearing it. He's nearing it. He's what? Is he 30 yet?
No, he's 27.
He's 27. He has the next 2 years are going to be his best.
Michael Jordan.
And that's
Been in the
after
league 9 years though.
28 and 29 years old. That's normally like a player's prime years. LeBron won MVP this year at 27 years old. So if he gets
He
better
won 2
from that,
prior to that.
okay, he still won it this year with incredible stats, competing with the likes of Kevin Durant, Kobe Bryant.
Was he MVP though? Was that well deserved?
Absolutely,
You think so?
absolutely, well deserved.
But
LeBron
with-
James could have easily averaged a triple-double this season. You don't see it on paper because he was 1 or 2 short every game. If he wasn't that 1 or 2 short,
Oh, well,
then he's averaging a
obviously.
triple-double. He's well deserving of the MVP. He
So Rondo wouldn't have averaged a double-double if he was 1 or 2 short. It's the same thing. You're just.
well, he had like 17 assists a game.
No, he had 11.
All right, LeBron.
Would have had 9.
LeBron shut his critics up this year.
No, not
What
yet.
if he
Not
does
yet.
shut them
up?
If he doesn't win an NBA championship, he hasn't shut anyone up.
He shut them up in terms of,
He won 2 MVPs before that, but he didn't shut his critics up. He did the same thing.
okay, but I think the public eye's changing since it's a year removed from his big
Decision.
decision. Can we just, decision.
The
The
decision.
decision.
Can we get everyone doing that?
LeBron.
All right. We've talked enough to LeBron.
Okay, no.
Sawyer, go.
I wasn't even close to that.
Guys, what's the next topic?
I don't even- I didn't get the
Next
talk about the
topic. We're moving to the
Sawyer didn't
Western.
get to talk about the topic though.
Too late.
You can't just say that.
We're
idiot
moving
on
to the
TV.
Western Conference Finals. Thunder Spurs. Who has it?
Sawyer on the
And
gun.
who's the better sixth man? James Harden or Manu Ginobili?
Well, the better 6 man is obviously James Harden. because
James
he won
Harden,
this year.
hands down. I mean, he won the award.
He won the award,
He won
so
the
clearly
award.
he's the better.
Thunder Spurs.
But the
He's
better
also
team,
black.
the better team is the Spurs.
They'd win a series.
Yes, they were tied for the best record in the NBA in the regular
You
season.
think the Spurs
Their
are gonna
bench
win
goes
series?
11 deep. DeJuan Blair isn't playing in the playoffs, and he
I don't
started
care. I don't
in the
care.
regular season.
I don't care.
He started
You
in the
think
regular
the
season.
Spurs are going to beat the
Of
Thunder?
course, they're the best team in the league.
Shut!
without
Get out
question.
of my! Get
They
out
have
of
the
here!
best
Go
bench
on!
in the
Go
league.
on! He thinks the Spurs are going to beat the Thunder. The Spurs are as old as the Celtics.
No, they aren't. You say that because Tim Duncan and Manu Ginobili are. Tim Duncan is old. Manu
Tony
Ginobili's not.
Parker.
Tony Parker's
Can we
30.
get Gilly to look
Okay,
up that
That's 2
average
years
age?
older than LeBron.
How
was
did he
saying
do
LeBron-
last season?
That doesn't matter. It's this season.
I
Why does that matter? We're talking about this
don't know.
season. We're not
You
talking
seem
about
to
last
hesitate
season.
when I asked.
Because it was such a stupid
You bet.
point.
Your stupid question.
Just
your
such a-
stupid point is that you think these San Antonio Spurs are going to beat.
Why? They're undefeated.
The
They've won
Thunder.
18 games
I
in a
don't
row.
care. I don't
Continuing-
care.
They're
I
undefeated
don't
in the
care.
playoffs.
I don't care if they've won 18
Why
games
do the
in a row.
Thunder win?
The Thunder win because they have gamers. They have players that are going to hit the game-winning shot. Who
You're
does?
telling me Tim Duncan? Tim Duncan is one of the most clutch players in the league. He's the best power forward of all
He's going to
time.
be able to hit that game-winning three for you. When on the other side, you have Russell Westbrook, you have Kevin Durant, you have James Harden, you have Daquan
So,
Cook, three-point phenoms
But
out
Daquan
there
Cook
on
doesn't
the side.
play. Daquan Cook sits on the bench the whole game.
And he's
garbage.
a
He's
solid
washed up.
bench player. You
He
can
doesn't
say,
play.
You can say the Spurs bench is good, but the Thunder bench is better.
Oh no,
The
no,
Thunder
no,
bench is better.
no. You can't say. You absolutely can't say that.
I
Who comes
absolutely
up?
say- They have
James
Nick
Harden.
Collison. Nick Collison, what, the third overall pick a couple years ago?
Okay, they have Nick Collison. Who else do they have?
Reggie Jackson.
He doesn't play. Doesn't
They
play
don't
in
need
the
him.
playoffs.
They don't need
Derek
him. They have
Fisher.
Russell Westbrook. Yeah, they have Derek Fisher.
So they have Derek Fisher, James Harden.
Derek Fisher, big game shot himself. If you'll recall, I think he hit a big one against San Antonio.
I think Gilly has
A
something from
pretty
the
big
crowd.
one.
He
Yeah,
did.
we're going to our executive
Wait,
prediction.
Wait,
We can read the roster of each team.
Can we get the roster of the
Can't-
San Antonio Spurs, please?
Sure, my cohort Matt will read those for you.
Yeah, because you struggle.
Danny Green,
I don't care.
Tiago
Matt-
Splitter,
Split Matt
Tiago
Owner
Splitter.
Scoop.
One of the highest 3-point percentage.
Matt
You're looking for key bench players.
Yeah.
You got Steven Jackson, Kawhi Leonard, Gary Neal.
Oh, it goes on and on. It doesn't end.
You're
Boris
they go
Diaw.
11
You
deep.
really get it.
They have 6 players
You
who
like
can
going
come.
deep, wouldn't you?
Spurs and how many?
Spurs in 5.
Spurs and 5.
Thunder
Suck
and how
my
many?
fat show, you prick.
Thunder and how
He has
many?
a fat show.
Thunder and
He's
4.
Thunder and 4.
You think I'm gonna
How confident are you?
That's outrageous.
Make a bet.
That's
What would you bet?
You
The
think
Thunder won! The Thunder won!
haven't
They've
lost
been
in
waiting!
18
They've been
years.
waiting! Okay, so guess what? They're complacent. They're complacent.
Alright, moving on to our last NBA topic. Moving ahead to the offseason. What's going to be the biggest offseason story? The Magic have fired the GM and coach. Is Dwight Howard next? Where's Deron Williams going to go? If LeBron wins a ring, are the Heat going to mix things up, whatever they do? The Celtics, are they going to shake things up? Debate.
It's you.
Oh.
Biggest offseason story.
Biggest off-season story? I see Steve Nash going to Miami.
Ooh, that was
Steve Nash going to the Miami
Does
Heat.
Chris
Wait,
Bosh stay in Miami?
is Chris Bosh there? Or is Dwayne Wade gone?
No. You're
No?
gonna have
Even if they
you're
win
gonna
the
have your core
championship.
three. You're gonna have your
If
core
they lose,
three.
they don't break up the team?
No.
Do you think
No,
the
why
Heat
would they do
win?
that? It's 3 top players in the league.
Because that's 2 years without anything happening. And,
They've made
and
the
younger
playoffs,
teams are
which
only
is-
getting better.
They
Okay?
did make the championship.
They're still a young team.
Alright, first of all, do you think the Heat will win
When?
the championship?
This year?
Yeah.
No, I think
Do
Boston
you?
will win the
No.
championship.
The Heat aren't winning.
Okay, so you're going on the assumption the Heat lose. What do they do?
They're gonna keep their
Is
core
Eric
three.
Spoelstra still the coach?
I can't.
I think
I don't
he's
believe
still,
so.
he's
I
still
don't believe
there.
so. I don't think so.
Yeah, I
don't
think he's
so.
still there.
Eric Spoelstra is riding on the team. The team's not riding on him.
Well, obviously, when you have players like Dwayne Wade and Chris
That's
Bosh
the
and
point.
LeBron James,
That's the point. He could be the worst coach in the world, and no one would know that because they're gonna win games regardless. They don't need a coach. The Heat don't need a coach to win games. They'll send.
That's the most
they'll
ridiculous
send out.
thing I ever heard.
They'll send out 2 of the best players in the NBA, and they'll win 45 games a season.
45. So they're still that's not a winning record by 1 game in a normal
That was
season.
referring to it. That was referring to
In
a
a shortened season?
That was
So
referring
you-
to a shortened season.
And how many games did they win this year?
How many did they win?
How many
Look up
games
the
did they win?
stats, Heat's record this year. But in the meantime, while we're looking that up, maybe it's Spoelstra's the missing link. Maybe if they had a great coach,
I
they'd actually win
believe
it
so.
all.
Well, so
Instead of losing in the
Eric
finals.
Spoelstra
What if Pat Riley
has
coached?
what's he done in his career?
56.
He didn't put together the big 3. He didn't put together.
No,
the
Pat
big
Riley
three.
put together
Exactly,
the big three.
exactly.
Okay.
The coach is there to call timeouts, say, keep fighting, let's get it.
They do a little
scribble
bit more
up
than
a
that.
play.
They
scribble
run
up
some
a
practice
play.
every
Wait,
day.
he's not
Here's how about
making the
this? How about
difference.
this? You throw Phil Jackson into that mix.
They're gonna win 5 championships.
That's outrageous. Phil Jackson, I could have coached fucking Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant to 10 championships or whatever.
You're stating the exact point I'm making, that those 3 don't need Spoelstra.
But would Phil Jackson help or no?
Phil Jackson would, because he's a
But you're just contradicting yourself.
how? I'm
Because
saying that
you said the coach
Spoelstra
doesn't matter.
Spoelstra as a coach doesn't matter.
Do the Heat need a coach to win? Do the Heat, by the way, the Heat went 46-20 this year. Do they need a coach to win the championship? A better coach than Spoelstra.
A better coach than Spoelstra.
So they
absolutely.
can't win with him.
They're not going to win without
I think the
Spoelstra.
reason, for the Celtics for example, the reason why the Celtics are such
Doc
a good team is
Rivers.
because Doc Rivers.
So you're
They're
making
so-
my point right now. The Heat aren't winning because of Spoelstra.
That's not why
They
they're
need to
not
get rid of
winning.
him. That's absolutely why they're not winning.
They're not winning because
If you
they don't have-
plug Phil Jackson, arguably one of the best coaches in NBA history, in there, he's going to have game plans that Eric Spoelstra couldn't come up with in his biggest dreams.
No,
And he's
but-
going to utilize them, and he's going to send them to the championship, and they're going to win. LeBron, Phil Jackson will do that for you.
Alright, that wraps up our NBA topics. Right now, we're going to move on to the NFL.
You don't have commercials. We're in a basement.
We have to edit out so much.
What?
It's okay.
We're
I'll
going to edit
have.
out so much.
I'm just gonna take it on the net. It'll be up.
You're going to do it with lenses.
No, I can do it.
It'll never get up.
That's true.
Think about Game 7, and you want him to edit
You'll
it.
both take it.
I'm gay.
Yeah, you